Well, hello. I'm Jenny, and this is Sean, and we're
Hello.
here to do a special cooking episode for you today. We're going to be making a couple of our favorite backpacking meals, and today I'm going to be making a cherry almond oatmeal, and Sean is going to make.
The oatmeal mix I'm gonna make is kind of a standard for me, a try and true that I've done on the trail. And then I'm gonna do my best to kind of replicate a corn pudding that I had as a dehydrated meal from Packet Gourmet.
So first off, I'm gonna be making the cherry almond oatmeal, which is probably my favorite hot breakfast that I've had on the trail. It has instant oatmeal, which I'll be using a half a cup. It's gonna use some dried cherries, some slivered almonds, some powdered milk, and some brown sugar, and then some cinnamon. And I'm going to be mixing those ingredients in just kind of like a snack size baggie. And then that's the prep that you need to do for before the trail. And then of course when you're on the trail, you just basically add that to 2/3 of a cup of boiling water, and you just kind of let it soak, and it's pretty much ready to go. So ingredient 1, we're gonna do half a cup of instant oats, and I'll add that to our baggie. Next is 2 tablespoons of dried cherries. Then we're going to do a tablespoon of sliced almonds. Next is the milk powder. So this is the Nestle Nido. I think you can find it in some stores. I couldn't find it near me, so I ordered it online. And it's a huge thing, and I've made a lot of use out of it already, but it's I barely made a dent in this huge thing. Okay. 1 tablespoon. We have some light brown sugar, 1 teaspoon. Some cinnamon, teaspoon of cinnamon. All right, now we're gonna seal it up. If you want to, you can write down the ingredients on the outside of the bag so you remember what's in it. I usually write down how much water, 2/3 cup of water, and then it's ready to go.
Hello! So, my name's Sean, and what I am doing my best to do here is replicate a corn pudding meal that I had from Packet Gourmet. And so what I'm going to be mixing in my breakfast meal here is some instant polenta, and then there's some powdered butter. We have some dehydrated vegetables that are going in, just the corn, some onion, and dehydrated bell peppers. Never done this before, I'm just kind of winging it as I go, so we'll see what I get. Yeah, it's a 1/3 of a cup. I guess I'll do a tablespoon of the powdered butter. Seems to be their recommended serving size. I think I'll do probably a tablespoon of each of these dehydrated vegetables. Actually, since it's corn pudding, I think I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of corn. Why not?
And this is the peppers?
These, yes, the bell peppers. I'm gonna do a heaping tablespoon, so a little extra. So all I'm gonna do is put it in a Ziploc baggie. Actually, this is just a sandwich bag. Ziploc baggie's way too much. Then I'll boil water and just put it in my pot on trail. Let it rehydrate. It's probably 350 calories right there. And then I'll usually have a cup of coffee and something sweet, like a cinnamon bun. And I try to keep at least my breakfast around 500 to 600 calories in the morning when I'm backpacking, so this will be a good addition to that. I made 2 different batches of my corn pudding to try out. One I put sour cream in, and the other thing I'm going to do with these is while they're rehydrating in my pot, I've been getting into bringing little single serve Baby Bell cheese, and I'll break that up and I'll let the cheese melt in with this in the morning while it rehydrates. Alright guys, well, I'm making my second breakfast here, and this is kind of my staple once I started putting my own oatmeal packets together, because the store-bought stuff, not really expensive, but if you buy better ingredients, you can get a much better quality food. And when you're backpacking, burning calories, I look for better micro and macronutrients after I've been doing it for a while. I still go to some processed stuff, but when I can, it's better to build in some better nutrition into your backpacking diet. So for my oatmeal, I just do quick oats, and I do a half a cup, and then I do about a tablespoon of chia flaxseed. I'm gonna do a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. I'll do a teaspoon of brown sugar to try out this time. I'm gonna put some raisins in, and something that I do, where my girlfriend Jenny will use powdered milk, I've always kind of, to add some flavor and some creaminess to it, I'll do a micellar protein powder. And the micellar protein is slow digesting. It's different than a protein isolate or a concentrate, where that's something you'd use after you work out. This is slower digesting, like if you were going to eat a piece of chicken or eggs. And so it's good to kind of get some protein into your nutrition on the trail.
So that's a half a cup that you just put in there?
Yep, I do a half a cup of oats. I've just like eyeballed most of this stuff, but I've started measuring things a little bit more. So it's my girlfriend Jenny influencing me. 2 tablespoons of raisins. Ish. Plus the ones I spilled.
It's a teaspoon of cinnamon.
A teaspoon of brown sugar, which this is something I don't normally have. So this will be a little extra treat.
That's also your girlfriend Jenny's influence.
Protein powder.
How much you putting in?
It's whatever serving size this comes in from NutriBio.
It kind of looks like a half a cup.
You can see on here, serving per... Well, it says serving size is 32 grams. 32.5 grams. To be precise, so...
We'll put the conversion up on the video.
But, you know, whatever micellar casein protein you get, they might have a different serving depending on who you buy it from. And that's my oatmeal bomb here, and that's definitely every bit of 500 calories, if not more, 600 calories.
So that amount wraps up today's cooking video. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, leave a comment if you'd like to see us make some more. If you want us to do a video about any particular type of meal, subscribe. If you would like to see more videos about our adventures and the gear we're using and the food we're eating, etc., while we're backpacking, hiking, and winter camping.
If you wanted to share any of your own recipes or things that you liked or think are good, then can maybe leave a comment too.
Thank you to Sean for joining me on this video. And thank you for watching.
Happy trails!